Jericho had fallen. The mighty walls that once stood proudly against Israel now lay broken in the dust. The people shouted with joy as the morning sun shone through the smoke of victory. For the first time in many years, hope filled every heart. God had done the impossible, and Israel believed that no enemy could stand against them while the Lord was with them. But hidden beneath the celebration was a secret that would soon bring sorrow upon the entire nation. Before the Battle of Jericho, God had given Joshua a clear command. Everything in the city belonged to him. The silver, the gold, and all valuable things were to be placed in God's treasury. No one was to take anything for themselves. It was holy before the Lord. And everyone heard the command. Everyone, except one man who chose not to obey it. His name was Achan. As the city burned around him, Achan saw something hidden among the ruins. A beautiful robe from Babylon. Silver shining in the dust, gold glowing in the firelight. The temptation grew inside his heart. He looked around carefully. No one seemed to notice. No one seemed to see. So secretly, Achan took the treasure. He hid it beneath his robe and carried it back to his tent. Then, under the darkness of night, he buried it beneath the ground. The secret was hidden from the people, but never from God. Not long after this, Joshua prepared for another battle. The next city was called Ai. Compared to Jericho, it looked small, weak, easy to defeat. The spies returned confidently. "There are only a few men there," they said. "We do not need the whole army." So Joshua sent 3,000 soldiers to Ai. The men marched forward expecting another victory, but suddenly, fear replaced confidence. The men of Ai attacked fiercely. The Israelites panicked and began to run. Confusion spread across the battlefield. 36 men lost their lives that day. And the nation that once celebrated in triumph returned in grief and shame. Joshua was heartbroken. He tore his clothes and fell face down before the ark of the Lord. The elders of Israel knelt beside him in sorrow as dust covered their heads. From morning until evening, they mourned before God. Then Joshua cried out, "O Lord, why has this happened to us?" And then the Lord answered, "Stand up, Joshua. Israel has sinned." Those words must have shaken Joshua deeply. God revealed that someone had broken his command. Someone had taken what belonged to him. And because of that hidden sin, God's protection had been removed from Israel. The problem was not Ai. The problem was disobedience hidden in the camp. The next morning, all Israel gathered before the Lord. Tribe by tribe, family by family, household by household. The tension in the camp was heavy. Fear filled the air, and somewhere among the people sat Achan, silent, knowing the truth. Step by step, the search moved closer, closer and closer still, until finally, Achan was revealed. The crowd fell silent. The hidden sin had come into the light. Joshua looked at him with sorrow in his eyes and said, "My son, tell me what you have done." And at last, Achan confessed. "It is true," he said quietly. "I have sinned against the Lord." He explained how he saw the treasure, desired it, and took it for himself. And this is how temptation often begins. The eyes see, the heart desires, and the hands take hold. Messengers hurried to Achan's tent. They searched beneath the ground, and there it was, the hidden treasure, exactly where Achan had buried it. Now everyone understood. One man's hidden sin had brought pain to the entire nation. Fear had entered the camp. Families had lost loved ones. And Israel's peace with God had been broken. Sin never affects only one person. It spreads quietly, like fire through dry grass, like poison in clean water. Joshua and all Israel brought Achan and his family to the valley of Achor, the valley of trouble, and all Israel stoned him with stones and burned them with fire. It was a painful moment in Israel's history, a reminder that disobedience carries consequences, and that nothing is hidden from God forever. But even in this painful story, we still see the mercy of God. Once the sin was removed, his anger turned away from Israel, and slowly, peace returned to the people once more. Later, Joshua prepared again for battle, and this time the Lord said, "Do not be afraid." Because God was with his people again, the story of Joshua chapter 7 teaches us that obedience matters, even when no one else is watching. Hidden sin may stay buried for a time, but truth always rises to the surface. Yet God is merciful to those who turn back to him. When we confess, he forgives. When we are honest before him, he restores us. And when we walk faithfully with God, he gives us strength for every battle ahead. So remember this: real strength does not come from power, armies, or confidence. Real strength comes from walking faithfully with God. And a heart filled with honesty, obedience, and repentance will always find hope in him as we come to the end of today's journey together. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and join this growing family. We'll keep sharing inspiring Bible stories and uplifting moments of faith. If this touched your heart, kindly share it with others so they can be blessed too. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the next video. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and stay blessed. May God's peace be with you, always.